I'm Don Singletary. Welcome to the channel. We teach affordable day trading here, and we do one thing only, teach you how to day trade the Micro E-minis. Today, a special selected trade is coming up, so let's get started right now. This is a freeze frame just seconds before I initiate the trade. And this is perhaps the most important part of a trade. I call it trade selection. This trade was on October 2nd, 2023. And as you can see on the screen, if you're new to the channel, I use the same trading setup in all the videos here on the channel. I'm trading the NASDAQ100 Micro Emini today with a 5-minute candlestick and the MACD in the bottom half of the pane there set at the default settings of 12.26.9. Over on the left is the bracket order. This is when I enter an order, I use a bracket, one cancels the other order. What this does is put in the trade price, the target price, and the stop loss all at one time. I'm using the Tasty Trade software. It has a built-in calculator. Once you select the target price and the stop-loss price, it automatically calculates the dollar amounts for you. And you can change any of that as many times as you need to. Famous investor Warren Buffett says that we humans have what he calls a perversity to make simple things complicated. Having said that, the setup for this trade is kind of a no-brainer. I wasn't at the office at 9:30. This is all Eastern time, by the way, but I came in a couple of hours later, and about 11:20 is when I'm going to pull the trigger on this trade. But picking it was pretty easy. The market, obviously, with the arrows you see on the screen there, is going up even before the 9:30 opening. Look down on the bottom pane, you'll see the MACD. It crosses up over the zero line at the market opening. Now, what this means, the green line above the red line, and this is a guideline now, not a hard rule, but you can see the momentum is definitely going up according to the MACD figures also. I'm going to stop right here because one of the most frequently asked questions I get every day, every week, every month, and year after year is, how do I know how far back to place my stop order so that I won't get stopped out and I can make money? There's no perfect answer. There's no perfect math formula that can tell you that. I say it all the time, and it's true. This is a risky type of trading. It isn't for everyone. I'm going to zoom in on the upper half of the frame there, and we'll talk about that problem of how much do you risk on a trade. That period of time between 9:30 and 11:20, that's an hour and 50 minutes. Look at the red and greens. I counted them. I can save you the trouble. How many times did the market reverse directions in that first hour and 50 minutes? 12 times. Every time you change from red to green or the other way around. You can surmise by seeing it reverse 12 times in an hour and 50 minutes. Picking the direction and being right about it is often a difficult thing to do. Now, I'm going to say what the trader's job in this situation is. It's quite simple, really. You find a trend going up or down, a trend that you do not know is going to last for more than a few seconds, and you're either going to be right or wrong. Okay, the trend's been up since 9:30. Look at the last 4 most recent candlesticks. 3 of 4 of them are green. Definitely the market's going up. Look at the amplitude it's gone up. It's gone from 14,925 up to over 15,000. That's a move of about $150. In the highlighted blue box there, that's 10 candlesticks, 50 minutes, the market was flat, did nothing. Then for most of the last 20 minutes, it's accelerating upward. There is no way with absolute certainty to know that this trend is going to continue. Now, when you're just starting out, your eyes as a beginner just don't see everything that I've just captured on the screen here. That's going to take some practice, and you have to get over the thing that if you lose money on a trade, you think you did something wrong. This kind of trading is inherently risky. Even if you're good, you're going to lose about 40% of your trades. Of course, I put highlights on the yellow and blue so I could point out that it's less risky to trade during the yellow time than it is the blue time. So I don't have to risk as much money. I won't have to risk much money at all to find out if I'm going to be right. I don't want to automatically put in a $30 or $40 stop and then sit back in the chair to see what happens. You have to be very proactive with these things and time it so that you don't need to put a lot of money up in a stop-loss order to be able to make a decent trade. Your job in this type of trading is to pick a time that it's less risky to trade and pull the trigger. If you can learn to do that, you can make money at this type of trading. Let me say that a different way. If you want to learn to sit around in your pajamas, click a mouse, and make money, you're going to have to do some work. Good trading opportunities do not run on a schedule. Sometimes you can sit there for an hour and there's nothing. Other times, it's just really busy and a lot of fun. Now, this trade I'm showing you today is one of those times when it's a lot of fun. And we're off. I bought one contract, 15006 and a quarter, and I put my stop down at 14,995. So I'm going to risk $20 on the trade. Not exactly white knuckle money, but I don't want to lose it, of course. I get the Tasty Trade mouse, click the left mouse button and slide that stop order up the screen a little bit. My only job now is I can't control how much money I may or may not make here, but I can reduce the risk on the trade at every opportunity, perhaps lock in some profits. I just moved my stop up again at $15 now, and that's my number one priority. All I can do is control the risk that I'm encountering the best way I know how. I have no control over how much money I may or may not make. By the way, this type screen, Tasty Trade calls it, to see it, click it, trade it, because you're just moving the orders right around on the chart. There's no flipping back and forth between pages. And when you're learning, that's a giant help for you. It really is. We're trading 15,031 now. So we're up about $48 in the trade. And it really went well. People ask me, why don't I show losing trades on the channel? I'll tell you why. Because if this trade had gone down and taken my $22.50 in 10 seconds, I just don't think it's worth making a video about it because it's just, well, it's boring. I just dragged my stop up to 15,028.50, and that means I have locked in now $44.50 on this trade, and I just got stopped out. I just moved the stop up yet again because I was trading near 15,040, so I moved the stop up to 15,034 3/4, and it backtracked on me, and I got stopped out. And that's a good thing because now the money is in my account already. I'm going to zoom in right here. I want to show you this trade happened inside of one 5-minute candlestick. The trade was only about 2 minutes long. That candlestick is 11:20 to 11:25. Only I got in the trade at 11:20 and I was out at 11:22. I was making good money and making it fast. So why did I get out of the trade? Tell you why. I made thousands of these trades. And I know for me to take this 56.50 I made and try to double it in the next 2 minutes is darn near impossible. The odds just aren't there. Let me put it to you this way. If I went in the Jiffy store to buy a $2 lotto ticket and the clerk told me, I tell you what, buddy, I'll give you $56.50. You keep your $2 and you can leave the store right now. I would put my hand out, take the money and run faster than you can spin your head. But you, if you're a beginner, you're not going to do that. And that's okay because this is my account, my money, my rules, and you get to make your own. That's one of the wonderful and most satisfying things about this kind of trading. It's really a solitary sport. And I'll tell you another thing that I love about this kind of trading. If you do something really, really incredibly stupid, nobody's watching. And you see, that's exactly why I want to express profusely my personal gratitude to you, the fact that you were watching. I had the 56.50 right now in my pocket. Don't touch that dial. You didn't think I was going to leave you hanging, did you? Let me show you right now what happened after I left the trade. I exited at 11:22 at 15,034 1/4. And this is 10 minutes later. The market was back down to 15,016.50. I would have given back more than half of my gains. That's a great lesson to learn. I did a video a couple of weeks ago where I talked about you're one mouse click away when you have unrealized gains from that real money going straight into your account in about 2 milliseconds. So you might want to remember that when you're trading. Anytime, trading one contract, you make $56.50 in 2 minutes. That's a good time. Keep it. Now, I know if you're a beginner, if you haven't done this type of trading before, and I said it isn't for everyone, but it sure can be a lot of fun. It's kind of like learning to drive a car at first. There are 20 different things you seem to have to all do at one time. And that's what it seems like your first time, but you get broken in pretty fast. Before long, everything will be automatic, like driving a car once you learn to use your software. That's why I strongly recommend some trade simulation before you risk your real money. There's a lot of free things in the links down below the video and that text description down there. There's a free beginner's trade list. It's a 2 playlists of 4 10-minute videos each. There's a free trade simulation program, a link to my book, which is on Amazon.com. Over 25,000 people have used it to learn this type of trading, and I hope you'll check out the reviews there. That link is down below. Check out the broker link down there and find out more about Tasty Trade. And do me a favor, hit the like button if you want to see another video like or similar to this one. I actually tally those, and it helps me create new content for the program, so I appreciate that. What a great trade today. Glad you were here, and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified the next time we put a new video up. And thank you for being here today. I'm Don Singletary. I hope every day is payday for you. Thank you.